Is it an attempt to ruin Shamea's marriage? Is Angela out for vengeance? Is Shamea making up shit? Did Shamea sleep with that man? Those are all the questions that we all want to know. We're going to dissect those questions and the last episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta right here in the suite. And y'all, unlike Angela, my receipts don't flop, okay? I got the receipts on deck, a whole bunch of clips. We're going to go over them and talk about it. So if you guys want to get into the mess, stick around after my intro plays, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Welcome to the channel, all that good stuff. I'll see y'all in about 15 seconds. Everyone knows the best conversations happen in hair salons. And guess what, beauty? It's your appointment time. So grab your drink, grab your wine, grab your friends, and let's talk. My name is Tanya. I'm your host, and this is Sweet Tea. This was Shamea's interactions with George when she came through the door.
Thank you for coming. Hey, thank you. How y'all doing? How you doing? Good. Good to see y'all. I know what y'all think.
That looks innocent enough, right? Like she walked in, she greeted them, she hugged them and all of that. It looks innocent enough. And she lets us know that George donated to her breast cancer charity. And again, thank you, George, for the donation.
He donated to my breast cancer event.
From Crash to Cash, you're going to share with Shamea.
If Shamea is talking, she's lying. He pulled her up and was like, she was so fine, I had to pay her.
Okay. So again, y'all saw that burgundy suit, right? So they didn't show that in the clip or in the episode when she actually went to that meeting. And that's when she met with the guy, Maximilian, that George hooked her up with, that she was so glad to be there because she didn't have her husband at the meeting. Remember that? Remember that scene when she told us that? I'm so glad that George hooked me up with Maximilian since I don't have Gerald. At least I have Max, right? At least I have Max. And she was wearing that burgundy suit. This is the burgundy suit that she was wearing, y'all. This is the burgundy suit that Shamea was wearing. Y'all see this burgundy suit. She don't have no camisole on under it. All the cleavage is out. All of that is going on as she was going there and picking up a donation for her breast cancer charity, okay? And when she walked in, let's be a little bit petty here, okay? Can we be petty? Can we be petty for a second? Can we zoom in on, first of all, let's talk about George. This is George. Green beard, all this green stuff around his collar and his shirt. This is George. I hope, like hell, Shamea has higher standards than that. I know we want to raise money for charities. As a breast cancer survivor, I definitely want to raise money for breast cancer research and to support breast cancer survivors. But I hope, baby, you don't have to do nothing with this man here with this green beard to do it. I'm giving you permission. As a breast cancer survivor, you don't have to do nothing strange to get a check, a change from a man with a green beard. We would rather you not, okay? Would rather you not.
20 minutes later.
My studio real quick. But when she went to go meet that guy, you guys, like, if this is a professional meeting, right? This is a professional meeting. This is a meeting where you are going to talk about your breast cancer charity, to pick up a check for your breast cancer charity. You are going to also have a meeting with the potential suppliers of the rum for your new rum bum idea, where the mold will be made of Shamea's backside. Okay, the bottle will be made of Shamea's backside. And Shamea to wear this outfit to that particular meeting, it's not necessarily giving the most professional of women. It's just not. Let's be honest, y'all. Can we be honest? Can we just be honest? Can we just be honest here? Is it giving professional? Is this giving professional? Is this giving I'm just going to pick up a check and he would have wrote that check even if I was fully dressed? Is that what that's given for y'all? Y'all let me know. Is it given professional? What do y'all think about that? About this outfit? About Shamea's outfit choice? But I want you guys to also notice this, and this is about to be a little bit on the messy side, but you know, little mess ain't never hurt nobody. I want y'all to see what the wife looked like. Zoom in, pay attention to her face. He's smiling. The wife looking like, here go this bitch. Here go this bitch here. Okay. That's what the wife is looking like when Shamea is in there. And that's there when she's there greeting her sister who was already at the meeting. And the reason why I'm showing these things is because, or these particular pictures and these particular shots is because this kind of leans to Angela's question. Like, was it far-fetched to ask or to assume that she may have screwed for that check when she went in there dressed like that? Okay. And so what Angela is saying is that I wasn't necessarily asking his wife about you, but what I did ask her was like, how cool are y'all? Because when I get to talking about her, I don't want you to be offended. You know what I'm saying? So Shamea brought these people onto the show. They had already filmed on the show. We just may not have caught these particular details because most of us aren't that detail oriented. But here in the suite, baby, I'm very detail oriented. As a hairdresser, I notice everything. I'm very, very, very detail oriented. Okay. And so I noticed that when this is his look, when Shamea was walking in, he's smiling. The wife ain't smiling at all. Okay. Zoom in on the wife's face. Look how she looking. This is the wife back here. He go to hug her. Okay. And then the wife goes to hug her. The wife smiled when she was hugging Shamea, but as soon as she let go, baby, that smile was off of her face. It was off of her face. Okay. And so we just heard Angela ask Shamea if she screwed George. If she screwed George, because George said she was so fine, I had to pay her. What does Shamea being fine have to do with your breast cancer charity? Why would Shamea wear this to pick up an outfit, to pick up a check for her breast cancer charity, and to have a business meeting when her husband was not present? Why would Shamea think that this was okay and respectable as a businesswoman and a married woman, above all else, to wear to a business meeting? Okay. So when I asked this question in my community, somebody said, well, it's Atlanta and people dress differently in Atlanta. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because Angela's from Chicago, and Angela, you know, it's cold up there. So they be layering it up and stuff. She couldn't even imagine somebody wearing this, let alone to a married woman wearing this. This could be opened with a tie. Let me blow it up for y'all. This could be opened. All he had to do was pull that little string on that suit to open that suit, and all Shamea's breasts would have been exposed. And that is what she chose to wear when she picked up a check from the man with the green hair. Okay. That is what she chose to wear when she picked up a check from this dude here. Okay. Somebody who is that thirsty for attention that he would dye his beard green. Let's talk about it. If we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. Okay. He is that thirsty for attention that he would walk around with a dyed green beard. He's so disrespectful that he would say she was so fine, I had to write her the check, and he's a married man. So is Angela lying? Is she far-fetched? Is she lying? First of all, she didn't accuse her of anything, so there was no lie to be told. But is she far-fetched for asking the question, did you sleep with this man to get a check when you walked in there dressed like this? If you posted a picture, because Shamea said, everybody who I post a picture with, you then reach out to. So if you post a picture with him and you were dressed like that, holding a check, then hell yeah, she want to know, did you sleep with the man for the check? And coming from somebody who does not like you, who you have not gotten along with because of some mess that you started with her, Shamea, it's not necessarily crossing the line for her to ask you either, in my opinion. She don't like you. So all the gloves are off, right? But you know how Shamea does. She has kind of, I think Shamea, and I say this because, and I presented these receipts in past videos, y'all. I'm not just saying this. I presented these receipts in past videos. Shamea seems to have some issues sometimes with comprehension, right? You say something to Shamea, and Shamea totally interprets it a completely different way. A completely different way. You guys go back and watch this video right here, and you guys will see where I present a whole bunch of receipts where Shamea has not necessarily comprehended things the way that they were meant to be. Okay. And so in this next couple, I'm going to show you guys, it just proves the point. Because we just heard Angela. Let's go back to what we just heard Angela ask. We just heard Angela ask.
George.
What? Wait. I don't like you. I don't have to for the job.
George is the one who said he had to pay you when he met you.
Angela, I don't even know what you're talking about.
So, and I just showed you guys why Angela would ask that, because if Shamea was presented or pictured in a photo with George holding a check and she was wearing this suit right here, it would definitely lend to question. And then if you know George, his personality, which I'll show you guys later on, some of the disgusting things that he said, then you would understand why Angela would ask the question, or why it would cross her mind. Like, I wonder if she screwed him for that check. But in the next clip, in the next few seconds, it's like Shamea just forgot what the hell Angela said, and she brings up her own narrative and just runs with it.
With George, can we all agree that she said that?
I'm going off him saying he paid you.
What, a donation or he paid? He donated to my breast cancer event.
Crash the Cash is gonna share with Shamea.
Give me my check!
Girl.
Y'all saw her get that check in that burgundy suit? Y'all saw her get that check in that burgundy suit, okay? With no bra, held on by a string. That is why Angela asked the question that she asked. If you don't pay attention to details, you won't catch these things, okay? But the producers are showing us these things for a reason. And as the self-proclaimed housewives whisperer, it is not only my job, but it is my gift to catch these things and present these little details to you guys here in this suite. If you like those type of details, give this video a thumbs up. Hype it up, share it with your friends, let them know where the real tea and the real seats are being presented here in these YouTube streets, okay? This is a new channel that is growing, a new community that is growing, where we're going to have real conversations and present real receipts and not necessarily just make rash judgments, okay? So if you guys are a little bit more mature than picking a team and you guys want to really evaluate the receipts, y'all are in the right place. And you guys are so welcome here. So welcome here. I'm so glad to have you. So glad to have you. So after Shamea twists Angela's word, she said, you guys pretty much just heard her say that I'm cheating on my man with George. She never said that. She asked if you slept with the man for the check that you got, because you got the check wearing this suit. You got the check wearing this suit. You picked up a $10,000 check wearing this suit from somebody who looks like this. That is why Angela asked the question. And Shamea immediately goes into victim mode and acting like Angela straight up accused her of sleeping with George. And I never heard Angela say, I heard you slept with George. She never said that. So Portia let Shamea know, if you're getting kind of defensive here.
Very defensive. She just has it out for me. Girl, no, yeah, you do. In Dallas, you kept saying I'm causing a division in the group. That wasn't just Angela. Well, then that's kind of.
So, you know, Cynthia lets Shamea know that it wasn't just Angela that thought that you were causing division in the group, because it seems like when you're good, everybody that you're cool with is also good. But when you have a problem, they also have a problem, okay? So like when you had a problem with the rooms, we got to hear from Pinky, the new defender of Shamea, about your room being dirty. And you and Kelly couldn't share a room because y'all grown women and all of this. But we just saw, especially with Kelly, we saw Kelly laying up in the bed with Britt last season, talking about what happened at the pool between Portia and Angela, right? So y'all sleep in the bed together, y'all hump each other and all of that. We're gonna get into that later on in the season. All y'all kiss girls, most of y'all kiss girls, y'all scissor girls and all that stuff, and power to the people. But the point is that that room was not that big of a deal, and you acted a fool behind that room being so dirty and you being so inconvenienced because you have to share a bed with Kelly. Y'all best friends. Y'all hump each other. Like, what's the big deal? What is the big deal? I'm just not understanding. So Cynthia lets Shamea know, like, you really do have the power to unite the group.
I feel like you have the power to bring all of us together. Oh, wow. Thank you. Really? Cynthia, actually, that role is more fitting for you. Aren't you the friend that straddles the fence? Or have you tilted the scale?
Shamea's so worried about who she have on her side, especially going to this reunion, that I think she's paranoid. Like, aren't you the friend that straddles the fence, or have you tipped the scale? No, what she's saying to you, Shamea, is that because of your beef with Portia, people who are friends with you find issue with the things that you find issue with, and you find issue with Portia. So they may find issue with Portia, and then that is dividing the group. Because again, Portia invited Shamea to her housewarming party. She invited Shamea to the first dinner party of the season. Shamea turned around and didn't invite Portia to Gerald's party. So Shamea is the one that is not mature enough to move on with the group and being inclusive, including Portia in things that she has going on. So that is causing the division. So that is what Cynthia means when she says that Shamea has the power to unite the group. If she would be willing to just have a conversation with Portia, about their friendship, maybe they can get over whatever it is they're going through, and the group could be united instead of divided. And I believe that that is all Cynthia meant in that moment. But anyways, you guys, so lunch ends and they tell them to go up to their rooms. They got time to rest and let's get ready for dinner. Okay. So in the meantime, clearly Shamea has contacted George's wife and she's got a text back from her and some receipts to present of her own to the girls.
Ashley, the wife, said, "Hey girl, call me when you get a chance." Angela's lying. Don't you got real receipts?
Yeah. So apparently Shamea is cool enough with them to have their phone number and to contact them about what's going on. So when Angela says that she was asking the wife, like, how cool are you with Shamea? Because I don't want to say nothing that's going to offend you or hurt your feelings. That is actually a legitimate question, right? Because if I have a beef with somebody who we know mutually, then I might want to know before I start talking about them, if I say how I really feel, are you going to be offended, right? And so clearly they're close enough for Shamea to have the woman's phone number. But the question is, what did Shamea say went down? Because according to this woman, she's saying that Angela is lying because it has been related back to her that Angela is saying that the wife said Shamea was messing with her husband. Shamea asked the woman, like, she says to the woman, we need to talk because I didn't know we had a beef and that you thought I was going with your man, right? And the woman's like, I never said that. Angela is lying, but did we hear Angela say that? So who's really lying here? If Shamea said that to the wife, then Shamea would be the liar. If Shamea told the wife that Angela said that the wife thought she was going with her husband, that would be a lie. That was never said, or at least we never saw that. Okay, we never saw that. So Angela overhears this conversation, and of course, she busts up in that bad boy like Big Ange, honey. This is the first time that I've seen Angela really lose her cool on this show.
I should call her in front of the bitch. I don't understand it. Like, you go, bitch. Call her now. Oh Lord, Angela, get the out of my room. I'm not. One second, move. Excuse me, bye, bitch. Oh Lord, Jesus, say that shit to my face.
For the first time in Angela's Real Housewives career, we have seen Angela kind of lose her cool, right? Because most of the time it's Angela staying very cool, calm, and collected, and that coolness is what puts the other ladies over the edge, and particularly Shamea. But in this scene, Shamea had her backup, her crew, and they were kind of laughing at Angela, which was really driving Angela because ain't nothing worse when you pissed off than somebody laughing.
Try and make a goddamn thing.
She's obsessed.
Obsessed with what, Shamea?
Open the door and talk. Bigfoot wants you to open the door.
Get away from my door, Sasquatch! Quit using my name, Shahoa.
That sounds like a country show.
Y'all, she said Shahoa. It does sound like the Shahoa Desert, the Sahara Desert. Quit using my name, Shahoa. Like, how does she come up with this stuff off the top of her head like that? Do y'all think it's rehearsed? Or do you think that Angela is just that quick with it? Y'all let me know in the comments. Do y'all think Angela rehearses these reads and these comebacks for Shamea? Do you guys think that she just come off the top of the head like that? Is it the Chicago in her? Is it the Chicago? Or is it some rehearsed reads? Let me know what you guys think. Because Shahoa is crazy. Shahoa is crazy. Angela completely loses her cool, which is unlike cool Ange. We know she be hot and she needs the fan, but usually her attitude is very cool. We never see Angela totally lose it on our screens. And baby, Angela looking like a fool got Angela hot and bothered.
Peekaboo, I see you. Playing hide go seek. No, come out.
Angela, I was told to give you an olive branch.
No, take that cheap ass.
I just
He did so
would like to
bad.
start.
Likewise. That's whack and that's weak.
Y'all, they were so loud. So keep in mind that Portia and Phaedra were not at the dinner table with them or the lunch table. They came down there when it got kind of loud, but they were not there. So everybody went to their rooms to get dressed. Portia and took her wig off, honey. She said she wanted to scratch her braids, and they're just trying to like relax before they have to get ready for their dinner tonight. And so they end up in Portia ends up going to see what's going on because they were just loud and out of control. And she ends up talking to Shamea, and Shamea, of course, kind of, I ain't gonna even lie, to me, I felt like she was kind of being the victim.
Screaming. You can do your investigating all you want, but when you start lying and once you put that kind of out there, it sticks, and then it takes forever for people to forget it. And y'all understand how that look and how it make people feel? Yeah, I get it.
Y'all, Shamea was literally about to cry in that scene, okay? Her voice was shaking. Y'all understand how that makes people look and how it makes people feel when you put stuff out there like that? But Shamea, did you forget how unprofessional you were at that meeting? Did you forget how unprofessional you were when you went to pick up that check? You literally jumped up and down when he gave you the check, and you had a suit on that was held together by strings. That is how you behaved. So it's your behavior that makes people question your fidelity.
Do my own mold of my bomb. That show?
It's like, you're so unprofessional.
Her words, right? Shamea is always saying that she just used Angela's words. I just said, Charles said that he leave home in the morning and come back when you sleep. I just said that you said, I just repeated what you said. Well, you just said that you were so unprofessional. You just said that you were so unprofessional. After you stood up and showed the people your behind, your backside, and this is what the front of you looks like. You said your own words were that you are so unprofessional. Those were your words, okay? The poor little guy, Maximilian, that has been tasked and hired to advise you throughout this process was like you said, you don't have Gerald, so you're so glad you have Max. That's what you said on national television as you threw your husband under the bus. I'm so glad that George hooked me up with Max because I don't have Gerald. This is how Max was looking when you did that. Uncomfortable. He was looking uncomfortable because, like you said, you were unprofessional.
Do my own mold of my bum. That show? It's like, you're so unprofessional.
So if you can admit, if Shamea can admit that she was unprofessional in that scene, then why is it far-fetched for Angela to think that Shamea may have been unprofessional when she accepted this check from George?
He
Why?
donated to my breast cancer event.
From crash to cash, he's gonna share with Shamea.
If Shamea is talking, she's lying. He pulled her up and was like, she was so fine, I had to pay her.
Is it really far-fetched? Is it really far-fetched to ask or to wonder if she slept with him for that check when she did all that jumping around in this here outfit when she received it, and in her own words, she's so unprofessional? Is it really far-fetched, you guys? Y'all let me know in the comments. And again, I'm not Team Angela or Team Shamea. I do believe that Angela threw that out there because she did want to make Shamea look like a whore. She did. Okay? She absolutely did. But at the same time, Shamea is not helping her case when she shows up to meetings, professional meetings, dressed like this, and admits that she's unprofessional. Right? And if Shamea can use Angela's words against her, then why can't Angela use Shamea's words against her? I don't understand. I don't understand. So when they get back to the room and Shamea starts reading the receipts or whatever, showing Pinky and them the receipts that she got from George's wife, because she twisted Angela's words, and Angela confronts her, and Kaylee and them start laughing. Angela totally loses her cool. Because she's pissed off. Because she's like, first of all, Heffa, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. So they get so loud that Portia and them come up there like, what the hell is going on? And that's when we see Shamea playing victim about, you know how long it takes to get that out of the universe, okay? But you guys, she's playing games with somebody who thinks like this. And this is going to be a 3-minute clip of George and his wife in their little reality show that they had on YouTube, okay? Let me say this. The reality show, I believe, is called Crash for Cash Millionaires or something like that. Cash Money Millionaires or something like that. Y'all go check it out. What you guys will notice about the channel itself is that the first 2 videos have like thousands of viewers, okay? Thousands of viewers, and all these comments like, oh, I can't wait for the next episode. Oh, I can't wait for the next episode. Oh, this was good. This was that. You guys are on fire, all this. But when you look at the profiles of the people who are commenting, they are not your stereotypical urban reality television show watchers, okay? AKA they're bots, which means that George's company could have, it looks like, and it appears like, and it is of the opinion of the people in the comments, that they paid for followers, viewers, and comments of their reality show. Now, if they would do that, and if you would walk around Atlanta with green hair, you a different kind of thirsty. You a different kind of thirsty. So this is going to be a 3-minute clip and an introduction to who George is. This is the guy that Shamea allegedly slept with. Well, not allegedly slept with, that Angela questioned if she slept with. This is George, the guy who donated $10,000 to Shamea's charity. The guy who was Shamea met to get the check dressed in this suit, okay? This suit. The guy who, when he hugged Shamea, his wife was in the background looking like this when he was hugging on Shamea. The wife was looking like she really wasn't feeling that shit. And this is the clip of him and his wife. Y'all tell me, after watching this clip and getting a feel for who this guy is, who his personality, what his personality is, how thirsty he is, and the fact that Shamea wore this suit to pick up a check from him, $10,000 for her breast cancer charity. You tell me, after watching this clip, you guys still think that Angela is wrong for even suspecting that Shamea may have done something strange for a little bit of change.
Our food, I didn't know I was picking a whole new future. Yes, I'm younger. Yes, people judge. But age don't define love. Effort does. Right?
Love don't check IDs. It checks the energy, and definitely you gotta have them pockets. You know what I'm saying? And what we do, I got those pockets.
When I met George, he already had 5 kids. So when I say I stepped into a full situation, I mean a whole situation.
Now she's 27. She got 2 kids plus my new daughter, Lauren. You can watch the full episode.
Y'all, the wife was a food delivery driver in her 20s who went to drive off food to this man who already had 5 children. He said that he thought she was a prostitute, baby. He was looking for a prostitute, and instead he found her. So Angela goes back and she calls the wife.
He pretty much just wanted to know if I had any information on Shamea, and I told him I didn't. I just wanted to remain mutual. That was pretty much it.
All right, bye, Ashley and Arlie will be coming to play. So where?
Yeah. So that is so funny to me, you guys. That is so funny to me. Because Angela goes and calls the wife. Angela goes and calls the wife and it's like, you know, we didn't talk anything about sex, right? Which they didn't. If Angela just asked the wife, do you know Shamea, how you feel about her? Because I don't want to hurt your feelings if I get talking about your girl. You know, they didn't necessarily talk about sex. Angela talked about sex with Shamea. So if Shamea wants to paint the narrative that Angela told her that the wife said they had beef, that is a lie. That is not what happened. Nor did Angela lie on Shamea by asking Shamea if she slept with the dude for the money. Okay. So let's just clear that up right here, right now. Right here, right now. So Portia is like, you know what? It's gone too far. Like, because Portia is feeling for her friend. Because even though Portia and Shamea have fallen out, we've seen that unfold on our screens. But Portia, of course, still feels for her friend. Her friend was in there, voice cracking. Like, do you know how long it takes for people to believe a lie any minute? But, you know, you put that out there, people believe it, and people run with it. Da, 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 da. But so Portia's like, you know what? Let's just dead it. Let's just forget about it. And Angela agrees. Let's just dead the situation. So the ladies get ready to go to dinner, and they go to this really nice Scottish restaurant, and they're all dressed up. They look so good. And they're going to have like this big smorgasbord of Scottish food. And so on the right there, Angela ended up in the car, I believe, with Phaedra and Portia. And she's kind of talking to them about another issue that she has with Shamea.
Someone asked Shamea, why did she say what she said to my daughter?
20 minutes later.
And Pinky asked Angela if she and Shamea are cool, right? Because again, on the ride over there, Angela had expressed her disappointment or her disagreement with Shamea approaching her daughter. So she went ahead and addressed Shamea about that.
No, I didn't approach your daughter, but I did mention that to my daughter. I did.
Do you feel like that was appropriate?
Yeah, I think she is sweeter than you.
But that's not something you say to my child.
Shamea goes on to let Angela know that, I do think your daughter is sweeter than you. And Angela lets her know, well, me and my daughter are having some issues right now. And it just really wasn't the right time for you to be coming at me to my daughter. Like, I don't think it's appropriate. Right. And so Shamea's like, you don't think that's appropriate? What about the fact that you come from my husband, from my marriage, and that you have told this lie about me? Right. And speaking of the lie, honey, I got receipts. Because I got text messages from his wife saying that it didn't go down like that. So she asked Pinky to read the messages. And Pinky goes ahead and does it. And, here's part one. Hold on one second. Put my glasses on. Here go the messages, okay? So, yeah, here's the messages. So Pinky's reading the messages. And even then, Portia was like, read it in a country voice, because she sounded country. Because remember, Portia and them were in there when Angela called the woman and had her on speakerphone. Portia and Phaedra were in the room, so Portia got to hear what the woman sounded like. So she was telling Pinky to read it in the country voice. Read it sounding like me, because she sound real country. But, Pinky didn't really do that. She's from Baltimore.
Hey, girl, call me when you get a chance. I would love to clear up the lie that was told about us. Shamea responds, yeah, because I didn't know you and I had beef, and you thought I was sleeping with your husband, shaking my head. Ashley says, never thought that. Angela lying.
Angela lying. Angela didn't lie. Angela asked the question. She didn't make a statement, right? So what is it that Shamea told this woman that Angela said? What is it that Shamea told her that Angela said that would make her say that Angela is lying? Angela asked Shamea if she screwed the dude for the $10,000 check. And it goes on.
Angela's whole motive is to tarnish your name because of something you said about her, which I didn't ask because it was none of my business. She weird for even telling such a big lie. Laugh out loud, especially putting George in it. Very evil of her and not neighborly. Now I gotta text her.
Y'all, when she said that shit, when she read that shit out loud, Angela was too through. Angela was sick. She was pissed off. And baby, it just added more fuel to the fire. And she had to let them know what she really said.
Absolutely. I got real receipts. Where are yours? Ashley said that you told her that I said that she said you George. I said you George. I asked her, did she know you? Because I'm about to go off on you and I don't want to hurt you.
So Angela is repeating to her what she really said. And Shamea has it in her mind, and she's trying to repaint the narrative that Angela told them that this woman said that she screwed her husband. At no point did we hear Angela say that the woman said Shamea screwed her husband, or never at no point did we hear Angela say that Shamea did screw this man. She asked her if she screwed the man, and that is because George said he paid for it. For charity. He paid her for charity. And she picked up the check wearing this suit. For charity. The charity don't need you to pick up a check wearing that kind of suit, Shamea. You don't have to do that. If somebody wants to donate to your charity, they're going to donate to your charity, whether you pick up your suit wearing something, whether you pick up the check wearing that or something respectable. Okay. But when you do things like that and you show your bum like this to a bunch of people in a business meeting and admit that it's unprofessional, it's not far-fetched to think that you might have done something for a little bit of change with a guy like this. Because again, you picked up the check wearing this. And he's an asshole. He's a pig. He has green hair. He said he found his wife when he was looking for a prostitute. Okay? And you pick up the check. The fact that you would even I'm sorry, all money ain't good money. And as a breast cancer survivor, I would not want Shamea to think that she needed to go in there dressed like this to get $10,000 to donate to a breast cancer charity from a dude that looks like this. It says that he found his wife as an Uber driver or a food delivery driver in her 20s when he had 5 children already as he was looking for a prostitute. Okay? So is it far-fetched for Angela to ask the question, did you sleep with George? Okay. Was it a flop? Or is Shamea rewriting the narrative? Was it a flop? Or are we just picking a side here? Is it a choice for us as Bravo fans to be Team Shamea or Team Angela, and we're not looking at the facts? But in this video, in the suite, y'all know we present the facts and the receipts. So even if Angela's receipts are a flop, baby, mine's never are. They never a flop over here in the suite. Can we agree? If you agree, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be updated or notified when we upload here in the suite, because y'all don't want to miss these videos, right? They good. They good. They real good. They are really good. And I enjoy making them for you guys. I enjoy it. And I'm going to start going live very soon. As soon as I reach that 1,000 subscriber goal, okay? As soon as we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will go live and discuss these clips. So if you guys subscribe to my channel, the sooner that will happen. I know you guys are loving it. I'm loving the feedback that I'm getting from you all and the encouragement. It definitely helps to give a young infant YouTuber like myself the gas to keep going, right? So I appreciate that, y'all. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we will start going live and having regular discussions, okay? So the next clip, so after they talk about Pinky reads the receipts, she reads part 1 and part 2 of those text messages. Angela tells us what she really said. And so that's the question, who's telling the truth here, Angela or Shamea? And then, you know, Angela lets us know that she said that George said he paid for it.
Your receipts on land, just like you created that shit against Phaedra, you created this shit against me. That you a lying ass bitch. I don't know that man.
Angela, why were you certain that it was Phaedra that sent this man?
I set it up against Phaedra.
That's what you do.
Girl, you a delusional.
Do y'all agree that her receipts aren't landing and that she set it up against Phaedra? Do you guys believe that she set it up against Phaedra? Like, let me know in the chat. Do you guys believe that Angela set the thing up against Phaedra? Do you guys believe that? Because that is what Shamea is saying now. And so they continue to fight and throw jabs at each other, y'all. And I ain't gonna even lie. This is the first time that I think Angela lost a word battle. Shamea got her on this one. Let me know what y'all think. The undefeated Angela Oakley, the wordsmith of Real Housewives of Atlanta, current day, has been defeated in this particular clip, in this particular moment, because when Shamea said this, I about died.
Doing the master's dirty work. Land the plane, Angela.
They're gonna kick us out.
Y'all, they got so rowdy. Portia was like, please calm down. Please calm down. And you know it's bad when Portia Williams has to tell you they're going to kick us out of this place. Okay, they was just going at it. Angela called Shamea an angry bird. Shamea said Angela's nose going to keep on lifting. And I'm thinking, dang, is it lifting? Has her nose lifted? Has she had to get it restitched? Because it does look different from last season to this season. And that's no shade. That's just fact. It looks different. And of course, it can look different when you get a nose job. It takes years for it to settle into the nose that it's going to be, right? But has the nose been lifting? And if she keeps lying, if it grows like Pinocchio, hell yeah, it's going to keep lifting. And that's what I think Shamea was alluding to. She called her Pinocchio, baby. That nose going to keep on lifting. They was fighting, honey. They was fighting. Fussing. So Portia has to calm them down. They end up leaving it there. They get back to the house and then they meet up in Portia's room. So it's Portia, Drew, and Cynthia, right? Portia, Drew, Cynthia. And then they're talking about who else was in there? Portia, Drew, Cynthia. I feel like it was somebody else that I'm forgetting. Portia. Anyways, they got in the room and they got to talking about Kelly and the headlines that Kelly's ex was suing Bravo for $200 million for false accusations that were aired on Bravo television, right? And so Cynthia in her confessional was like, it ain't gonna happen. He ain't about to get no $200 million for some he said, she said, right? And so Kelly just happens to walk in the room at the moment, at the time, and she lets them know, you guys, like when I tell y'all, like I've been fighting. I had to fight my husband. I had to fight for my business. I had to fight for my children. I'm having to fight y'all heifers too. And I don't like this shit. I'm tired of it. And I'm at my wit's end. And we need to stop.
You don't have a lot left in you, right? But you are fighting everywhere. You fighting for your children. You fight for your business. You fighting in the friend group. You fight me. I don't want to fight you no more. I don't want to fight you either.
So the fact that I forgot Phaedra was there should tell y'all something. Do y'all think